Hello, this is Mosh, and this is
Raha.
welcome to our new video. We have been going through a filmmaking course, and we have already published 2 other videos before. Now, today's video is about what we learned today. So, today we have learned about camera navigation. There was camera navigation of
Canon SL2.
Absolutely. We love camera because we love Canon because we have Canon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Canon. And we learned about resolutions.
Yeah.
How many types of resolutions are there?
3.
Yeah, go ahead.
One is shutter speed.
No, resolution, SD, HD.
Oh yeah, sorry. SD, HD, UHD, 4K, and 6K.
Absolutely. So what's HD? SD.
SD?
640 by 480. It was old.
Yeah, it was old.
Okay, so what is HD? There are 2 types of HDs.
Yeah, HD is high definition.
Yeah, one is 720p,
Yeah, and the other is 1080.
1080p. Now, what is the regular use, current use? everybody uses?
1080.
1080p. So what is this 1080? What is this number? This is
It's
the amount of pixels
Amount of pixels
along the
vertically. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And horizontally, I mean along the width, 1920 pixels.
Okay.
Okay. And how about 4K?
4K?
Yeah. Do you remember? 4K, yeah, 4K horizontally 4096. 4096 pixels. And vertically is 2160 pixels.
2160 pixels.
Yes. So these days, a lot of people are shooting 4K videos. So 4K is coming. It's the future.
It's
the
future.
very near future, to be honest.
Yeah.
And currently
It's 1080.
Currently is 1080. Everybody shoots at 1080. We're also shooting at 1080, but
We are going to shoot at 4K soon because
very
our
soon.
camera, our phone,
All our phones, cameras, our phones and all the cameras support 4K. So why not?
Yeah.
And if
We'll
we
shoot it one
do,
day.
then these videos will last longer than 1080p.
Really?
Yeah, because more people will be able to watch them.
Oh yeah.
Quality wise, yeah, of course. And also we learned about frame rate, which is very, very important for filmmakers. So what is the regular frame rate that's used in Hollywood movies?
24.
24. Why? Because it gives you that Hollywood style motion blur.
Oh yeah.
The best motion blur. And also our human eye and brain is trained to get
24.
24 frames per second. Yeah, so there are more frames per second in the news and in TV series, TV shows.
Yeah.
Right, but they give you smoother and nicer videos, but they won't give you that motion blur.
Yeah. It's like less.
Yeah, less motion blur.
Yeah.
That 24 FPS will give you. So it's highly recommended if you are shooting regular videos, you should go for 24 FPS or frames per second. So by the way, there were lots of discussion about frames per second or the frame rate, because sometimes we want to shoot slow motion videos.
Yeah.
What should we do when we
60 or increasing.
Yeah, we need to increase to 30 or 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
Why? Because when that's really something we should understand and we should remember. Some people, what they do is when they shoot videos in 24 FPS and in the editing phase, they stretch the video to a longer period of time. What happens is the quality goes down. So if you want to shoot a slow motion video, then you should shoot at 60 frames per second.
Yeah, like when people do it on 24 FPS, they in the editing process they put it into 10 FPS.
Yes.
Which is bad.
Yeah.
And then it kind of comes choppy.
Yes. So what happens when we shoot at 60 fps and we want to make it slow motion.
We go to the editing process.
Yes, and we turn it into 24 fps. So what happens is, let's say we shot a 1 minute video, that say 1 second video, just for an example, it will have 60 frames per second, right? 60 frames. So we turn it into 24. So what happens is we get 24, we will get the whole video will end in like 2.5 minutes. So that will give you a slow motion video without disturbing your quality. Okay, so yeah, that's a trick we learned today. Right, so about exposure, we learned about exposure.
Yeah.
Exposure had 3 parameters.
One is shutter speed.
Yes.
Aperture.
Yes.
ISO.
Absolutely. So what is exposure, by the way?
Exposure is like the light that gets in the camera.
Yeah, the amount of light getting into the camera.
There are 2 types of exposures.
Absolutely, tell me.
Underexposed, overexposed.
Absolutely. So we don't want any, right? We want to be in the correct exposure level. So how do we control the shutter speed? Shutter speed. So shutter speed means the number, the speed the shutter will open. So if the shutter speed is low, then the more time shutter gets open and the more light light enters the camera. So if you want to control, you should control the shutter speed. Okay, we have aperture. Aperture affects
the depth of field.
Depth of field. So aperture affects depth of field. But when you increase the aperture, the number, it will give you a darker picture.
Yeah, darker.
Right. And if you lower the aperture number, it will give you brighter picture. Yeah. So, but shutter speed will affect motion blur.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is one more thing to learn, that there is a rule of frames per second and the frame rate and shutter speed. What should it be?
It should be twice the frame rate.
Yeah, so shutter speed should be twice the frame rate. Like if the frame rate is 24 fps, the shutter speed should be 48. 48 may not be possible.
But you can do
50. Absolutely.
And if
I love you.
And if there is 12 fps, you could just put it into 24.
Yeah, that's right. And there is ISO.
Yeah.
So what is ISO?
It affects the image quality.
Yes, it affects the image quality. So if you increase the ISO for some reason, that you have to increase your aperture, to your image got dark, so you might have to increase the ISO. In that case, the image quality will go down. So if you want to keep the image quality, then lower the ISO. In that case, you have to control the shutter speed and aperture and etc. But this rule that the number of frames per second should be half of shutter speed, or shutter speed should be double to frame rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we learned about aspect ratio. It's not a big deal. Older movies used 4:4:3, and the latest movies, a lot of movies are using 16:9. So 16 is the width and 9 is the height. Okay, so yeah, you can use either, both okay, but there was a theoretical video about this topic. And we also learned about Glidecam.
Yeah.
Glidecam is a very nice device. It's a mechanical device. You have to fix your camera on top, and then
you have to put the weights on the down.
At the bottom.
Yeah.
To balance it. So 3 types of balance: vertical, sidewise, left and right, and front and back.
The first one is vertical and horizontal.
Yes.
And the second is left and right.
Yes.
Then is front and backward.
Yeah. So glider is like a device. It's a vertical device. You fix a camera on the top, and then you move with the glider. And sometimes you see in the movie or in the games, like third person game, when the subject is running or moving and the camera is following, that is the use of glider. So the videographer uses glider. It gives you a smooth movement. But it has to be smooth all the time, all the way, and it has to be balanced all the way. Vertically, in the vertical movement, right and left, front and back. Well, probably at the moment we don't need a glider, although I think, yeah, because we have gimbals, stabilizers, but still, glider has its own. Glider is mechanical; it doesn't take battery, and it gives you. Probably we should do a little more research why we need glider, and I mean whether glider can replace gimbals or gimbals can replace glider, which region, and etc. Do a little research, but yeah, we learned a lot. These are not really necessarily important to start shooting videos, but these are giving us better knowledge and understanding about how the films are shot, or at least the basic knowledge of filmmaking. So yeah, that's it. We are very, very excited. We are going to start our project. This is a real filmmaking project, whether it's small or big or good or bad, but we'll do a complete project and we'll try to implement most of what we have learned. And yeah, wish us luck. And till the next video, bye-bye. But before bye-bye, Raha wants to show you something.
Yeah.
You bought something yesterday?
Yeah, the one's
Yeah. Go ahead.
Here's the sequiny notebook.
All right.
And then you change it.
Pull it up. Okay.
It's the letter V. And then you change it. It's written.
What does it say?
Value myself on you.
Haha, this is so nice,
And
right?
then you change it back and
It's
come
so
back.
cool. I love it.
Now the next one I wanted to show is this heart. It's like rings are in it.
Okay.
Opens. Here's a flower.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Here's one
So
lollipop.
that's a ring, right?
Yeah, it's a ring.
All these are rings.
Yeah. Here's a lollipop. But this one I just put inside.
Okay.
This is
This one was bonus, not bonus.
yeah, it was bonus.
It was inside here?
No.
Oh, you added the bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here's the little flower with a heart in it.
Cool.
And then there's one heart with a little tiny
yeah.
bow in it. And there's also another one.
On the heart, lots of hearts. How many hearts do you have?
4.
You have 4 hearts? Give me one.
And there's one red bow.
Oh, it's a bow.
There's also a blue one.
Okay. So cool.
And here,
Another flower?
yeah.
Or is it the same one? You showed the same flower twice.
Wait.
Oh, no. You have 2. One is
No,
light pink and is dark pink.
Yeah. And I think I'm not sure what I've done.
Another flower with circular petals. Yeah,
It's but here was pink
yeah,
and yellow.
there's a heart on top.
And
You're so excited, huh? But you don't give me one. Please give me one, at least. Give me the yellow one. Is it the...
lollipop.
Oh, it's a lollipop. I want to take the lollipop.
Hey, look, there's a lollipop.
Or I'm so creative. Look, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to put it in my ear. Look.
No.
Yeah!
Oh my God! You're gonna hurt you.
All right. So thank you very much for watching. And please, please, please,
Subscribe.
give us a like.
in the Facebook.
Give us some comments. Yeah. Facebook. Or
Hello.
Facebook or YouTube, where you're watching from.
Wherever you're
Give us a
watching.
like, please. Please. 1 like. Just 1 like. Thumbs up. 1 thumbs up. No, 1 thumb
Or
up.
no, 10.
Not 10. 10 will be unthumb everything. 10 will be
Okay,
unlike.
11.
Odd numbers.
11.
1, 2. 1 is good enough. Just give us 1
11.
like.
Give us 11.
Give us a comment. Say this is good, this is bad. You know, good or bad. But say something.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mosh Barry and Raha.
Signing off.
See you in the next video.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.
Wee.
Mwah.
Hello.
So now